Assalamu alaikum. This is Swarup Mazumder welcoming you to the English News Bulletin from Bangladesh Television Chattogram Center. Let's begin with the headlines. Measures being taken to reopen the schools and colleges soon. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina tells Jatiyo সংসদ. Medical educational institutions to go into academic activities on the 13th of September, informs Health and Family Welfare Minister Zahid Malik. Ziaur Rahman to be identified as traitor in the history of Bangladesh, comments Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmud. Indian Navy hand over 2 medical oxygen plants and medical equipments as gifts to Bangladesh Navy and Dhaka Medical College Hospital. Corona claims 88 in the country with 5 deaths in Chattogram as global death toll crosses 4.54 million. Qatar working with the Taliban to reopen Kabul's airport as soon as possible, says Qatari Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani. And Bangladesh moved to 7th spot in ICC T20 International Cricket Rankings. Those were the headlines, now on to the details. Prime Minister and leader of the House Sheikh Hasina told the Jatiyo সংসদ that measures are being taken to reopen the schools and colleges soon. The Prime Minister said this while taking part in a discussion on an obituary reference at the death of incumbent lawmaker Hasibur Rahman Shapun from Sirajganj 6th constituency. Teachers have already been administered the COVID-19 vaccines, while measures have been taken to inoculate students of schools in accordance with the World Health Organization protocol, she added. In her speech, the leader of the House called upon all to maintain the health guidelines alongside taking initiative to clean their houses and surroundings to contain the spread of coronavirus and the mosquito-borne viral disease, dengue.
ঘরেই বেশি হয় এখানে শুধু ওষুধ দিলেই হবে না নিজেদেরও কিছু উদ্যোগ নিয়ে পরিষ্কার পরিচ্ছন্নতা রাখতে হবে যেন কোথাও যেন যে বেশি দিন পানি জমে থাকে এমনকি এয়ার কন্ডিশন অথবা ফুলের টব বা ফুলদানির পানি যে কোনো জায়গায় কিন্তু এই মশা জন্ম নিতে পারে কাজে সেদিকে বিশেষভাবে সবাইকে একটু নিজের স্বার্থে নিজেদের একটু সজাগ থাকা নিয়ম মেনে চলা পরিচ্ছন্নতা রাখা সেটা সবাইকে রাখতে হবে টিকার কোনো সমস্যা নেই আমরা যেখান থেকে যতভাবে পারি টিকা আমরা নিয়ে আসছি আমরা খুব তাড়াতাড়ি স্কুল কলেজ খুলে দেওয়ার জন্য ইতিমধ্যে আমি নির্দেশ দিয়েছি সেই ব্যবস্থাও নেওয়া হচ্ছে WHO এর কতগুলি নির্দেশনা আছে সেই নির্দেশনা মেনেই আমরা স্কুলের ছেলে মেয়েদেরকেও টিকা দেওয়ার ব্যবস্থা নিচ্ছি যার জন্য কিছু ফাইজার টিকা ইতিমধ্যে সে পৌঁছাচ্ছে আরও পৌঁছাবে এবং মডার্নার জন্য আমরা চেষ্টা করে যাচ্ছি আর তাছাড়া অন্যান্য টিকা তো আসছে সেগুলো আমরা করে যাচ্ছি কিন্তু দেখা যাচ্ছে যে টিকা দেওয়ার পরেও অনেকের আবার কিন্তু করোনা হয় কিন্তু সেটা হয়তো ওরকম মারাত্মক হয় না সেই জন্য সবাইকে অনুরোধ করবো একটু সাবধানে থাকা
All public and private medical educational institutions across the country will go into academic activities on the 13th of September. Health and Family Welfare Minister Zahid Malik said this at a press briefing after a discussion on health and education at the Secretariat in the capital today. The Health Minister has directed medical teachers and students to be present in classrooms by strictly ensuring health safety guidelines. Said Malik said there are 1 crore and 22 lakh doses of corona vaccines in stock now. As many as 16 crore and 50 lakh doses of vaccines will reach in the next 3 months, he added. The Health and Family Welfare Minister said a total of 2 crore people will be vaccinated this month, giving priority to teachers and students. Health, Education and Family Welfare Secretary Muhammad Ali Noor, Director General of the Health Directorate Professor Dr. Abul Bashar Muhammad Khurshid Alam, Shachi President Professor Dr. Iqbal Arslan and heads of different public medical colleges and hospitals were present on the occasion. Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmud has said Ziaur Rahman will be identified as a traitor in the history of Bangladesh. He said this responding to a query from the journalists after a meeting with the leaders of Association of Television Channel Owners, ATCO, and Cable Operators Association of Bangladesh, COAB, at the Secretariat today.
বাংলাদেশের ইতিহাসের সাথে জিয়ার নাম সবসময় জড়িত থাকবে, যুক্ত থাকবে। কারণ যে পরিমাণ বিশ্বাসঘাতকতা, যে পরিমাণ হঠকারিতা, যে পরিমাণ খুনের রাজনীতি জিয়া রহমান করেছেন, এটি বাদ দিয়ে তো বাংলাদেশের ইতিহাস হবে না। তো মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব কথাটা সেইভাবে বললে সঠিক হতো। দেশে গণতন্ত্র জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বেই যে গণতন্ত্র হরণ করা হয়েছিল, সেটি জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বেই প্রতিষ্ঠিত হয়েছিল। 91 সালে খালেদা জিয়া প্রধানমন্ত্রী হতে পারতেন না যদি জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বে আন্দোলনের মাধ্যমে যে তখনকার যে আধা সামরিক সরকার এরশাদ সাহেবের সরকারের পতন না হতো। খালেদা জিয়ার ক্ষমতাহীন প্রধানমন্ত্রী থাকতেন যদি পার্লামেন্টে বিল পাস করা না হতো যে রাষ্ট্রপতি পদ্ধতির শাসন থেকে সংসদীয় পদ্ধতির শাসনে যাওয়ার বিল পাস করা না হতো। আওয়ামী লীগ সহযোগিতা করেছিল বিধায় আওয়ামী লীগের উদ্যোগেই সেটি হয়েছে। দেশে যদি গণতন্ত্র হরণ করে থাকে সেটা তো জিয়া রহমান করেছে। জিয়া রহমান বঙ্গবন্ধু হত্যাকাণ্ডের সাথে যুক্ত, পরবর্তীতে দেশে তিনি সামরিকতন্ত্র চালু করেছিলেন এবং তৎপরবর্তীতে মার্শাল ডেমোক্রেসি চালু করেছিলেন। তো দেশে যদি গণতন্ত্র হরণ করে থাকে সেটি জিয়া রহমান। আর জিয়া রহমানের দল করে তারা যখন এই কথা বলেন, তারা সংসদে কিভাবে আছেন, দেশের সংসদ কিভাবে আছে, আর গণতন্ত্র নাই সকাল বিকাল দুপুর 3 বেলা কিভাবে বলেন যদি গণতন্ত্র না থাকে। মির্জা ফখরুল যে প্রতিদিন উঁচু গলায় কথা বলেন, মহৌতিক সমালোচনা করেন, সেটিই তো প্রমাণ হচ্ছে যে দেশে গণতন্ত্রও আছে, দেশে বাক স্বাধীনতাও আছে।
The meeting was also addressed by State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Dr. Murad Hassan and Secretary of the Ministry Mahmoud Muqbul Hussain. Indian Navy warship INS Savitri with 2 medical oxygen plants and medical equipments has reached Chattogram port today. These have been brought as gifts for Bangladesh Navy and Dhaka Medical College Hospital. Staff Officer Captain Moin welcomed the ship on behalf of the Commander of Chattogram Naval Area. He greeted INS Savitri Commander N. Ravi Singh with a bouquet of flowers. Later, Commanding Officer of BNS Patenga Navy Hospital Commander M. Mahabubur Rahman and Chattogram Divisional Health Director Dr. Hassan Shahriar Kabir received the papers on behalf of the Bangladesh Navy and Dhaka Medical College Hospital. 88 COVID-19 patients died in the country, taking the number of death toll from the pandemic to 26,362. The recovery count rose to 14,37,800. Meanwhile, 5 persons died from coronavirus in Chattogram during the last 24 hours, taking the number of death toll to 1,237. More 140 persons have been found infected with coronavirus after testing 1,155 samples. With this, total number of corona patients in Chattogram has stood at 99,626. COVID-19 global death toll crossed 45,48,000 and over 21 crore 94,48,000 people have been infected globally. Besides, more than 19 crore 62,72,000 people have recovered from the virus so far. Meanwhile, the US has now more than 4 crore 3,30,000 confirmed cases and over 6,59,000 deaths. India has now more than 3 crore 28,57,000 confirmed cases and over 4,39,000 deaths. Now, international news. Qatari Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani said his country is working with the Taliban to reopen Kabul's airport as soon as possible. He said this at a press conference with his British counterpart Dominic Raab in Doha, the capital of Qatar. The British Foreign Secretary said there was a need to engage with the Taliban on Afghanistan. Britain had no immediate plans to recognize its government. Raab said, adding that he will judge the group by its actions, not by words. The airport was damaged as the United States and its allies evacuated more than 1 lakh people, with the lost US troops leaving on August 31st, the deadline set by US President Joe Biden. At least 6 people have died after flash flooding and tornadoes hit the northeast US. News agencies said some people were trapped in the flooded basements of their homes, while one body was retrieved from a vehicle that was swept away. The governors of New York and New Jersey declared a state of emergency, and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio called it a historic weather event. At least 8 centimeters of rain fell in just 1 hour in New York's Central Park. Back to national news. Chattogram City Mayor Emrazul Karim Chaudhary has said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is dealing with the corona situation efficiently, where developed countries have failed to do so. He said this while distributing food aid among corona-affected people at IEB Auditorium today. Institution of Engineers Bangladesh Chattogram Chapter and Northwest Power Generation Company organized the event. Chairman of IEB Chattogram Chapter, Engineer Probir Kumar Sen, presided over the program, which was also addressed by Vice Chairman Engineer Rafiqul Islam Manik, Engineer Dewan Samina Banu, former Chairman Engineer Mohammad Harun. 570 helpless and destitute families were given food aid on the occasion. At least 10 shops were gutted in a fire that broke out at Allahabad of Debidar in Kumilla yesterday. 3 units of fire service brought the fire under control after 1 hour of arduous effort. The fire is thought to be sparked from an electric short circuit in a plastic goods shop. An authority said no one is injured in the incident, but a loss of around 1 crore taka has been incurred due to the fire. Now, news on share market. The prices on the Chattogram Stock Exchange have risen, and the price index of CAC 30 has also increased. At the end of the day, the overall index stood at 20,328.17, which is 0.85% higher than that of the previous day. Besides, the price index of CAC 30 stands at 14,646.72, which is 0.31% higher than that of the previous day. Today, a total of 2,94,05,245 shares of 323 companies were traded, the value of which is more than 88,30,09,000 taka. Of them, share of 183 companies increased, 105 reduced, and 35 remained unchanged. Now, news on sports. Bangladesh made a giant leap in the ICC T20 International Cricket rankings as they jumped 3 places to move to 7th spot after their crushing 7-wicket win over New Zealand yesterday. According to the latest ICC T20 rankings, Bangladesh now have 238 rating points, reaching the 7th position and are above West Indies and Sri Lanka. The Tigers also have the possibility of toppling Australia and South Africa and sit at number 5 if they win all the 5 T20s against the Black Caps. Now weather news. Light to moderate rain accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at many places over the area of Chattogram and neighborhood till 6 p.m. tomorrow. Pothinga Matthew says night and day temperature may rise slightly over the area. The highest temperature in the city today was 33.3 degrees Celsius, which is 1.7 degrees Celsius above the normal temperature, and the lowest temperature was 23.6 degrees Celsius, which is 1.5 degrees Celsius below the normal temperature. In Chattogram, tomorrow the sun will rise at 5:37 a.m. and will set at 6:08 p.m. Now the tide schedule of Konifulu River tomorrow. First high tide will start at 4:50 a.m. First low tide will start at 10:57 a.m. Second high tide will start at 5:35 p.m. and second low tide will start at 11:32 p.m. That's all from the newsroom. To end the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Measures being taken to reopen the schools and colleges soon. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina tells Jatiyo সংসদ. Medical educational institutions to go into academic activities on the 13th of September, informs Health and Family Welfare Minister Zahid Malik. Ziaur Rahman to be identified as traitor in the history of Bangladesh, comments Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmud. Indian Navy hand over 2 medical oxygen plants and medical equipments as gifts to Bangladesh Navy and Dhaka Medical College Hospital. Corona claims 88 in the country with 5 deaths in Chattogram as global death toll crosses 4.54 million. Qatar working with the Taliban to reopen Kabul's airport as soon as possible, says Qatari Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani. And Bangladesh moved to 7th spot in ICC T20 International Cricket rankings. Thanks to all for being with us. We invite you to watch our tomorrow's bulletin at the same time. Maintain the health rules and stay safe. Khuda Hafiz.